Israel's life was centered around their God and their laws. They were a legalistic, theocratic, monotheistic people. Their culture and society was defined by their 600-plus laws. Their religion was focused on finding atonement that would work and converting of their work doings through sacrificial worship. Government at this point was still tribal, but it evolved to a monarchy around 1050 BC. After about 1200 BC, an invading people, known as the Philistines, arose as Israel's major enemy. Israel fought the Philistines for many years. Throughout the reign of several kings, the Israelites responded to the threat of this strong external opponent by moving to a greater internal unity. This moving led to the formation of a monarchy. In 1050 BC, Israel demanded the high priest institute a king over them. Though there was abbreviations for this warning about a change in the governmental system, were also stipulated. Their religion and the law indicated that the king that led the nation would essentially define the nation. If the king led the nation wrongly, the people would pay for his disobedience. If the king led their people rightly, then they would be blessed on the law and also follow rightly. Even with the possibility of mass changes to Israelite life, the people desired a king in an effort to attain a unity. Unity was not attained with their first king Saul. In fact, Israelites did not see a unity until 50 years after their decision to instate a monarchy. After King Saul's reign, King David rose and united of 12 tribes of Israel in 1000 BC. He not only eliminated the threat of the Philistines, but he also attained political harmony through his decisions to the people, the law, and ultimately to his God. David established Jerusalem as a royal capital, making that the political, military, and religious center of Israel. David also formed strong ties with Tyre and Sidon, through which Israelites' olive oil and grain could be traded for cedar, copper, and various materials. The economic and political prosperity continued in the region of Solomon. He spent lavishly on public construction projects such as the Temple at Jerusalem. These construction projects required heavy taxation and forced labor and popular measures in the eyes of people. Solomon also took for himself a vast amount of wives and concubines, all of which are said to have led him astray from the God of Israel. The combination of Solomon's heavy taxation, forced labor, and indifference toward Israelite law and religion led to the end of the United Kingdom in 931 BC. Israel remained a nation in the north, and Judah became a nation in the south. This division was starting point for a decline in the Israelite nation. According to the Jewish Holy Scriptures, many prophets arose as Israel and Judah slipped into moral decay. They warned Judah of the coming exile, and Israel of the coming deportation if they did not turn back to their God. One prophet in particular was the prophet Daniel, who alluded to events that would take place nearly 600 years after his initial prophecy. In 722 BC, the expanding Assyrian Empire absorbed Israel and deported its people into other nations. The Chaldean king conquered Judah in 597 BC. By 586 BC, Jerusalem was destroyed and Judah was exiled to Babylon. When the Persian king Cyrus overtook Babylon in 539 BC, he allowed the Jews to return to Jerusalem under the leadership of Ezra. These Jews began rebuilding the city's wall and temple. By 536 BC, Jerusalem was again the Jewish capital. Palestine remained under Persian control until the conquest of Alexander the Great in 332 BC. Once under Hellenistic control, the Jews were absorbed by various Hellenistic kingdoms. Finally, after a brief period of independence, Jerusalem succumbed to the Roman Empire. From the beginning to the end, the ancient Hebrews were fascinating people who surely made an impact in the civilization as we see it today. Their Abrahamic religion has led to the rise of Christianity and Islam in modern times. Their monotheism is not uncommon to people today. The ancient Hebrews were bold in their pursuit of religious disconformity. As pioneers of monotheistic religion, the ancient Hebrews have left their imprint on history for all time.